Hi everyone, I'm Sanjrin Tengu and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do you know that the systems of this world are designed in such a way to keep us broke, trapped, and always struggling to make ends meet? And that is why no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you save, you you always come to this point, to this position of always struggling to make ends meet. The system tell you how far you can go in life. They tell you how to save your money. Many years ago, as I would observe the lives of other people and even in my life, I realized the same thing, and this made me to take out time to do a thorough research. And then I realized that from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob to Solomon and even the teachings of Jesus Christ, there was this reoccurring theme of stewardship, growth, and multiplication. And multiplication really hit me hard because it made me to realize that it is one thing to make money, it is another to grow that money, to manage it, and to multiply it. And that is why in today's video, I titled it God's Principles for Wealth. Why did I title it Principles? I realized that principles are rules that will always work. That is, if you work for principles, they will work for you. If you work against principles, they work against you. And I will be sharing 5 of these principles. And the 5th principle is very important. So you might want to watch this video to the end to know what that principle is. And some of these principles I will be sharing. Some of them you might know. And please, if you know any other principles that I didn't mention, please, you want to take out time to write them in the comments, as I will be reading to learn from all of you all. Thank you. And so first principle is wealth is not luck. And the myth that some of us believe is that wealth is luck. And because of this, some people go even to the extent of saying that if it is God's will for me, then I will be successful. And sometimes when I hear this, I'm like, you know, of course, it is God's will for everyone to be successful, but then God has done his part, and he has put in place principles that if you would do your own part, those principles will work for you. For example, in our world today, nobody put in effort to get out of shape. Nobody put in effort to copy a bad attitude. Nobody put in effort, even your garden around you. Nobody put in effort for the wheat to grow in your garden. So it is with your life. You have to be intentional. If you want to get in shape, you have to be intentional about it. You have to be intentional about your garden to have a very beautiful garden and a beautiful surrounding. Then why would you want to live your life on autopilot? You have to be intentional. You have to do things daily that put you on the path of the dreams you really want to have. And this is the reason why many of us dreams and our dreams never come to pass, because we don't do things daily. We are not intentional enough to achieve those dreams. Principle 2, invest in yourself and give more value. And the myth some of us believe is money comes to those who work hard. Wait a minute. I know somebody will be like, what? If I was talking about this principle, maybe let's say proud to the 21st century, it would have been okay back then. But in this dispensation where technology is advancing. We have AI, we have robots. Like some of the jobs we are currently working now, in some nearest futures, those jobs will be handled by robots. So you want to really see how you can really invest in yourself and be more valuable. Okay, let's take these examples. Let's look at our environment. Let's go to the agricultural sector where we have a lot of farmers who cultivate the crops, but they are not the one making the highest money. Those who make the highest money are those in the industries, those in the factories, those who transform the produce into semi-finished and finished goods. Even in the factory, those working in the factory, they are not the ones earning the highest money. And there was this thing, someone who I really admire on social media, he said, in this our dispensation today, the further you are from the soil, the more money you make. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Content creators. We make content and we put on social media platforms, but we are not the ones making the highest money. Who are those making the highest money? The owners of these platforms. So which means that the more money you want to make would be determined by how much value you can offer. So rather than you struggling to work hard, struggle also to see how you can be so valuable that people are gonna pay you for your value. People will pay you no matter how much you price them for your value. Wealth flows to those who give greater value, and not only to those who work hard. So in this dispensation, I would say it's not how hard you can work, but how valuable you can be. And to someone who is working so hard and is very valuable, is a plus to that person. So you might want to start seeing, how can I be valuable no matter where you find yourself, no matter where you're working. Ask yourself, how can I be so valuable in this dispensation? Because technology, it's wrapping up. Technology, it's taking the jobs of several people today. So, principle 3, money alone won't make you rich. And the myth some of us believe in is having more money solves money problem. Like, this is so true because money alone won't make you rich. Because money in your hand today does not guarantee wealth tomorrow. Look at our society. The prices of everything keeps increasing. Inflation is the order of the day. Everything keeps increasing and rising. So if you're not intentionally creating and building assets today that can be able to solve your money problems, then you're not building. You are just merely surviving, because asset is anything that can generate you income tomorrow. So if you're finding yourself in this situation of always struggling to make ends meet when it comes to money, you want to ask yourself, the first thing you have money in your hand, what do you think about the money? Do you think to buy the latest trending clothes, shoes, phone? Or do you think of investing it? Because you might not even have a money problem. You might have an asset problem. And this is so true because, for example, lottery winners, no matter how much they earn, no matter how much they win, except for those who have been able to come out from the cage that the system of this world is holding them back. But to some people, no matter how much they earn, no matter how much they make, no matter how much they win in the lottery, they always find themselves back in this situation of always struggling to make ends meet, of always struggling to make more. So, and this is why you can really see how these points are interconnected. Your personal development is very important because, like, everything around you would grow and end to the level of your personal development. The way you would grow your money, the way you will manage your money, the way you will multiply it, the way you talk, everything around you would grow and end today to the level of what you know. So instead of you struggling to see how you can have more money to take care of your money problems, why not put in place systems, structures that will help to build you these assets that can be able now to take care of these money problems. Principle 4. Money is meant to be multiplied, and the myth we all believe is money is meant to be spent. And that is why most of us, immediately we have money, we are thinking of the next thing to buy. We are always thinking of what to buy, and that's why we always come back and we'll find ourselves in this situation, in this position of always struggling to make ends meet, always struggling to survive, always struggling to live. Like, whenever you receive money, why don't you ask yourself, how can I manage this money? How can I grow and multiply this money? And now, point 5, which is the point I was talking about. God's intent plan, God's designed plan for your money, it's stewardship. That is the truth. The day I found out this principle, it really changed my mind, the way I approach money, the way I spent money, and it really made me to realize that truly, if everybody could master these 3 principles of stewardship, growth, multiplication, then you will see a great improvement in your finance. And there is this story, excuse me, I have cold. There is this story of a very, very rich and wealthy man who was, going on a very, very long trip, and he had servants, and he called 3 of these servants, and he each gave these servants according to their abilities and gifts. To one, he gave 5,000 talents. To the another, he gave 2, and to another, he gave 1. And 2 of these servants who went in, they took in their money, they multiplied it, they invested it, and they had so much. And to the one with the 1 talent, he took his own money and he buried it. He kept it. You can imagine, nothing was adding to it. Time was going, and inflation, and that money reduced in value. And when these servants and when the master came back, and he was like, "Oh, my servants, come and tell me, how was everything while I was not around? How did everything go? The money I gave you." And as they were talking, each came, the one with the 5 talents, he was like, "Oh, master, thank you so much. This is what you gave me with the money. I was able to invest this money, and this was what I was able to gain." You can imagine. And same with the one with the 2 talents. And the one with the 1 talent came and was like, "You greedy and stingy man. Out of all the money you had, this is all you could give me." And this story reflects our world today. Some of us, we are so unappreciative. People are not obligated to do things for you. We go about with this mindset that people are obliged, people are obligated to do this for you. And this story really reflects the immediate intent of our money. First thing first of your money is not to be consumed thinking of the latest things. Please, in this video, I'm not telling you how you can manage your money. While you're managing your money, taking care of other issues, because we will always have issues in this world. You should also see into it that you are doing something that is multiplying this money today, that will be able to take care of more of your money problems. So that is the one and most important intent of our money. The most important thing of your money is learn how you can manage your money, how you can grow it, and how you can multiply it. Do things daily that are leading you towards your dreams and goal. Please stop living an autopilot life, wishing and dreaming of all the beautiful dreams you have in your head. So, with everything I have shared, and maybe you're wondering, how can I start? What can I really do? I would advise you that you take your personal development very seriously. Stop living an autopilot life. Stop dreaming. Be intentional about yourself. Because what you're not intentional about, that thing, in whatever area or aspect of your life you're not intentional about, you are 10 times getting worse. There is nothing like you're staying constant. And this is so true because I could remember back then whenever I would go on summer holidays. Summer holidays were 2 to 3 months, and whenever I would come back from school, whenever I would come back to school, and I would forget to spell as little things as dear, yours, like. And I was like, back then I took it as nothing. As the years, as I became intentional with my personal development, I realized that if over 3 months I could forget to spell little things as dear, yours, some kind of things, then imagine you staying over a year, or you staying for a month or over a year without doing anything, without intentionally, because it's all about intentionality. It's all about starting small and doing things daily that are improving yourself. Wherever you're working, seek how you can be more valuable. See how you can add more to what you know. And let me know which of these points really, really resonate with you, which of them you've jot down and you would intentionally work on. And if you have any other points, write it in the comment, as I will be taking up time to read all of your comments. Thank you for watching to this end. Stay tuned. Bye.